Hey, kia ora. Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. Oh, what a day. What a weekend. What a weekend. What did you get up to today? Oh, first of all, welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast, number 1376. Self-care day. Yes, self-care day. So what did you do today to take care of self? We caught up on sleep. We had a very much of a nothing day. We did because where we are with the house hunting, we were actually looking for rentals. I took a day off. I am just overwhelmed with because there's a lot of rentals out there and the price point that I want, and after a while they all start looking very much the same. So I decided to take a break today from rentals, and so that's what we did. And what else did we do? We went for our walks. Got another walk to come. And basically we did nothing today. I did do I had my first session for a class that I'm doing that I am not telling anybody what it is right now. But we meet once a month on a Sunday, once a month. And today happened to be the Sunday. And so we got that taken care of. Went for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, somewhere around there. But it was very good, very enlightening, very interesting. And I'm looking forward to the next one, looking forward to the coursework I have to do between now and then. It's going to be a lot of fun. Wish I could tell you more, but right now I can't. So, and then after that, it was have breakfast because we got back from our walk and it was time to do the class. So I didn't have time for breakfast this morning, so I had that afterwards. And then basically nothing. While eating breakfast, I was playing. I play some card game on my computer. I have one of those things that has a whole bunch of card games in, and you go in Canfield. That's the name of the one. So I was playing Canfield and listening to an audiobook. And I just finished. Was it yesterday or the day before? I had finished listening to Memory Man by David Baldacci, and there's 4 books in the series. I think it is 4. No, there might be more. And it's the Memory Man series, and it's about this guy who was a police officer, was a college football player, went into the NFL, had a very, very, very brief encounter in the NFL that basically altered his memory, his mind, because of the traumatic. He basically got tackled. He got blindsided in a tackle, and the impact that this is the story of the book, The Memory Man, and the impact of that altered his brain to where he never forgets anything. He sees things in color. He sees numbers in color. And there's all these different names for it, but once seen, never forgotten type of thing. But he does not remember the hit that he took in the NFL. He's seen it on video many a times. Like I said, this is just a fictional story. And so he became a police officer and a detective, and then his wife and child and brother-in-law were killed. And he kind of hit rock bottom at that point. And then he got interested in a case. He went and helped work that case, which ended up being tied back to his family's murder 2 years ago, 20 months ago, a while ago, less than 2 years. Oh, sweetie girl, come here. She's just whining right now. Come here. You can come up. You want to come up? No, I don't have any treats with me. Sorry. And so he ends up getting involved with this case simply because there's a tie back to his family's murder, which has never been solved. And so you get walked through that whole process. And now I'm on to the second book, where he has now been hired into the special team on the FBI, which brings in people with unusual talents for helping solve cases. So I'm just starting the second book. So usually when I'm eating, I'm listening to the audiobook and playing cards. And that's what I did. So I did that for breakfast this morning and listened to that. And the case that he's working on is going to be very good because it parallels his football career. And the fact that he knows who the guy is. This guy's sitting on death row and, about to be he's, minutes away from them coming to take him down to the death chamber in Texas. And suddenly these guys turn up in a suit and say, sorry, we're not killing you tonight. Some guy in some other states turned around and said he did the killings that you're accused of. So, we're just going to put everything on hold for now. So So this team is taking up this case to find out, is this guy innocent? Is he guilty? Because this other person who came forward and said, I did the murders, turns out that he knew some inside information that only the killer would know. One of those things. So we're diving into that one now, and it's called The Last Mile by David Baldacci. So I love his books. He has really good books. In fact, my favorite one of his that I have read several times is The Millennia. I think it's The Winner. The Winner is amazing. It's about this down on a like single mom. Well, she actually lives with a boyfriend, the father of her baby, and the boyfriend ends up getting killed. They live in this trailer somewhere parked somewhere in the middle of nowhere in this little hinky town in the middle of nowhere, and she goes to and from work and all of that, and he doesn't do anything, and she comes home one day and finds him killed, that he's dead, he's been killed, and so in her panic she grabs her baby and she runs, and this guy ends up finding her and gives her this offer of giving her a winning lottery ticket. The drawing hasn't taken place yet, but they have a way to rig the lottery thing. And so she ends up winning these millions of dollars. And there's certain conditions to it. And after 10 years, she gets like the bulk of the money, but she's never allowed to return to the United States, or he will make it look like she's the one that killed her boyfriend, even though she wasn't anywhere near it at the time. But he will make it like she killed him and all that sort of stuff. So she leaves the country for the 10 years. She then creeps back into the country, and all sorts of wonderful things start happening. Well, not really wonderful things, but it becomes more of a thriller at this point, and it's kind of really cool. And it's a book that I've always enjoyed reading, and it's one that I read over and over again. And he's also the one that did Total Control. Is it Total Control that he did? If you've ever seen the movie Total Control, it was based on his book, one of his books called by the same name. And it's got Clint Eastwood in it. And Clint Eastwood plays this cat burglar who gets caught in this guy's house. And I can't remember, he's got some high up position somewhere along the thing. And the president comes and he goes away. The husband goes away, his wife comes home, his young thing, she comes home with the president, and the president ends up killing her because they're having an affair, and the president ends up killing her. And so of course the Secret Service comes in, his chief of staff comes in, they clean it all up, make it look like there was an intruder in the house, and they find out there actually was an intruder in the house at the time, because he's in this little vault that has a two-way mirror, and he's able to watch everything that's going on in the bedroom. So he sees the president kill this girl and everything else. So then he has to run for his life. His daughter is a lawyer. They're estranged a little bit. So it's a really good story about how everything unravels and all the twists and the turns and everything else that takes place in that. So it's kind of a cool story. So there's a couple of books for you. But anyway, what else did we do? And then we just slept. We took naps today. We had one this morning. Actually, no, we didn't do one this morning. We had one this afternoon. We had a nice long one this afternoon. Woke up and still feel tired. Could easily go back to bed and that sort of thing. So I'm going to take my supplements tonight because I hadn't taken my supplements the last couple of nights. So we'll take the supplements tonight to help reset everything and watch things. But it's self-care day. So what have you done today? It's Sunday Fun Day. Sunday Fun Day. Oh, that's a good one. So it's Sunday Fun Day, or Fun Day Sunday, whichever way you want to say it. Some of the things that you can do to take care of yourself or to create fun before the week begins is like go on a picnic. You get into that time of the year where you can go take picnics and just make some sandwiches and throw them into a cooler, with some drinks, and take a blanket. And if you're taking kids, take like frisbees or balls, play catch, baseball mitts and baseballs and things like that to play catch, or just whatever toys they've got that you can go out and have fun with. I can't go on picnics yet with Zeffie because if I sit down on a blanket, she'll either be into the food or wanting to go off and wander and see everybody else in the park. So I figured that once we get our own place, what I may do is start doing like picnics in the backyard where we sit down on the blanket and teach her manners on how to behave at a picnic situation. And yes, there may be, I might like throw balls out and all that sort of stuff for her to go chase, but make her stay on the mat that she can't go chasing them until given the command that she can go do that. And we'll just come up with different ideas and things. And then we'll go to a park where there's not a lot of people and have a picnic and see how she does, and that sort of thing, and just slowly build her up and train her and that sort of stuff. So I'm looking forward to being able to do that with her. You can just go for a drive. Just get in the car and go for a drive. Go a couple of towns over and get lunch from someplace over there, or ice cream or frozen custard. Somebody told me about Culver's. That's a good place to go. What was their flavor today? Something about... What was their flavor today? Their flavor today was... I don't know. I'm trying to remember what their flavor of the day was, and I'm looking at my tabs, and I have it open, but it's not today's flavor. Hang on. I will tell you. One moment, please. Their flavor of the day at the one nearest me is espresso toffee bar. Espresso toffee bar. That's the flavor of the day. Oh, they have a calendar there now. A new flavor calendar. Ooh. Blackberry cobbler tomorrow. Ooh, that sounds good. Caramel turtle. Chocolate caramel twist. Oh, marking the calendar for Thursday. Dark chocolate decadence. What's that one got in it? Premium blends of cocos for the ultimate chocolate experience. Ooh. We're getting custard on Thursday, Zeffy. But the espresso toffee bar, today's one is rich espresso flavored, fresh frozen custard swirled with caramel sauce, crunchy bits of Heath bar, and gooey butter cake pieces. That actually sounds really good. But we're not doing that tonight. No, we're saving it for Thursday. It's Chocolate Decadence Day. I crack myself up. Other things that you could do for a Sunday fun day is go visit a museum or an art gallery. I have a friend whose daughter had her first art showing, and and the mother did a video. My friend did a video of walking around the studio, walking around the gallery, showing all the pieces her daughter has done. She had done a lot, but I have to tell you, the ones that impressed me the most, they went into, you would go through this curtain into this darkened room, because she has painted some of her paintings in there with glow in the dark. And yes, they look perfectly fine in daylight, but when you turn that light off, when you turn that ultraviolet light on it, completely different. And the daughter is half, half Papua New Guinean. I'm not sure if that is even the right word or term. And so she was doing some of the tribal things there, and she did this amazing one of this guy's face that glows in the dark. But if you look at the eyes, when I was looking, and this is just on a video, so you can imagine how this is in real life. So the mother's taking the video, my friend's taking the video of her daughter's artwork, and she shows this glow in the dark one with all the tribal paints on and ceremonial paints and all that sort of thing. But if you look at the eyes, I'm looking at the eyes and I'm expecting them to blink. They are so real looking in this painting. It is absolutely stunning. And then she has another one in that area that's another tribal person. And again, you look at the eyes and they look so real that you expect them to blink. It was just absolutely incredible. And this is just watching it on a video that her mother posted on Facebook of her daughter's artwork at her very first exhibition. And she had a lot of pieces there that she had all painted and everything else. And she's got, I know she's done one primary school where they wanted the kids to come in and see something that would inspire them and things like that. And so the daughter, along with some helpers, she drew out this pencil line along this big wall and ended up doing this great big mural there. And it looks absolutely fantastic. And the kids love it. So visit a museum and art gallery. If there's an art exhibition going on in your area, go check it out. You'll never know what you're going to find. Also, you could do bike rides. Go for a hike or a bike ride. But make sure that when you're looking at the hiking and the biking trails, that you get something that matches your fitness. If you haven't been on a bike for a while and you're looking at something that's, I don't know what the grading is, but you're looking at something that's like one of the higher levels of difficulty, and you haven't been on a bike for a while, don't choose that one. Don't choose that one. Choose the easy one. It doesn't matter, because some people turn around and go, I can do that. Yeah, no. You'll end up in hospital or something. Don't do that. And you choose the trails that match your fitness and make sure you have the appropriate gear with you. Make sure you have the sturdy shoes, the backpack filled with your supplies in it for the walking, with snacks and water. And if you're biking, make sure you've got those sort of things with you as well. And of course, here in the States, if you're in an area where there's snakes, make sure you have a snake bite kit with you. What is it? The mosquito, the insect repellent, sunscreen, whatever it is you need to get out there, hats, to enjoy the day that you can get out there, but also go prepared for things that can happen as well. Try a new restaurant or a cafe. This is a good thing where you can, look at things that people have recommended. Is there a local magazine that has given, the top restaurants to do for brunches or lunches or dinners or breakfasts? Try some of those out if you've never been to them before. Maybe have a recommendation from a friend. Why not go try it out? Why not invite the friends along and go try it out together? My favorite one, movie marathon. I love my movies, but I also make sure that I don't do it every weekend. I just do it maybe. I didn't even do it in April. No, I didn't do any movie marathons in April. The last one I did was, the first weekend of April, I did a movie marathon because it had been Brad's birthday a few days beforehand. So I did the original Star Wars, which are now episodes 4, 5, and 6. So that was the last movie marathon I did, was for Brad's birthday. But pick a time to do a movie marathon. I've got some old movies, like classic movies and things like Breakfast at Tiffany's, A Stranger on a Train, Rear Window. What other ones do I have? North by Northwest. Some of the old classics. And I want to do a classic movie run at some point. But I'm actually going to put it off till I get into a house, because right now in the evenings I'm trying to do some more packing up at the RV and doing some sorting and that sort of stuff in preparation for the move, because I've been told that that once I get approved for a rental, they would want me to move in within a 2-week period. And I'm like, looking around going, yeah, okay. I have cleared with the office here at the campground that I can stay on a month-to-month basis. And if I have to leave the RV here for the month, for the month of June, as I'm taking stuff out and that sort of thing, I will pack up the car and take carloads over to the house and unpack it there in the house. I have no problem doing that, especially clearing out like these upper cabinets, parking the car outside, just doing trips backwards and forwards with them. On those days, I would take Zeffie with me. We go into the garage, we shut the door. She's allowed out to run around the house, maybe into the backyard, that sort of stuff. And we'll unpack stuff, and we may not find room for it straight away, but I'll have because I also want to get ready for when the movers come in, because I want the movers to clear out my storage locker before the end of the month, so I don't have to pay for June. So that's what my evenings are going to be like. My self-care day is definitely going to be a day off, depending on how I'm doing with everything else. So I might have half a day instead of a full day. Visiting farmers markets, those are always a fun place to go. I have no idea if there's any farmer markets around here, what days they are, what times they are. But when I find my place, I'm going to find out if there are farmers markets nearby where I can go through, because I love to support local businesses rather than the big box stores. So I'd rather go and get fresh vegetables at a farmer's market than go to a supermarket and pay for the prices that they have there. So, and plus they also have people that come out with their handcrafts that they've made as well. And you can get some really cool gifts and things from local vendors who are, the local artisans and stuff. Attend a live event. This is something that I'd probably do on a Saturday night if I had somebody to go with. And it's like go to a concert, go to a comedy show, go to the theater. I love the theater. I love watching the ballet as well. So, doing something like that. Maybe one day I will venture out and do that by myself. Have a game day. Get out board games or cards, not video games. And this is taking it offline. Have board games and cards and just have fun playing them. It could even be something stupid like you don't want to You don't want to play a card game, but why not make a house of cards? Who can make the biggest house of cards that actually stays standing? How many times do they fall over? And does somebody just go and somebody's house topples? Those sorts of things. Maybe do a DIY day. Have you got a room that you needed to paint? Have you got a piece of furniture out there that you're working on for inside the house, where you're stripping it down and refinishing it? Maybe you're building a piece of furniture or something, or maybe you're working on an art piece. Maybe you're working with some clay, or maybe you're painting canvases and something for places to put into the house. Whatever it is. Maybe it's that you're sitting and knitting and crocheting. It can be anything like that. Just choose stuff that you like to do, and just have a fun day of it. Maybe it's a day of experimentation, where you go to the craft store and go, okay, what are we going to experiment with today? And you find one of their starter kits for some hobby somewhere, and you take that starter kit home and you work on whatever it is that's in the starter kit and put it together, experiment with it or whatever. Maybe you say, well, I've always wanted to try making a birdhouse. So you go to the craft store and you might want to, or the hardware store, and buy one of those birdhouse kits. And then you go home and you build and go, well, that was pretty cool. Well, now you've got this bare wood thing there. What about painting it? So going off and getting the paints to paint it and coming up with the designs on how you want it to look and that sort of stuff. And then maybe even if you're brave enough, putting it outside for the birds to use and come in and enjoy. So there's just some ideas for that. So anyway, I got to get out of here. I got a DOG that wants to go for a WALK. Oh, her ears picked up at that. She's learning to spell now. So that's it from me for today. Those are some ideas of things that you can do on a Sunday fun day, or a fun day Sunday. Fun Sunday? Fun day Sunday. What do you think, Zeffie? Fun day Sunday? Sunday fun day. She's just like, we hurry up and get off and go for a walk. Yes, ma'am. Sometimes, come here. Come on. Nope, not even going to come over for scratches. So go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hey, konera.